Welcome back, viewers. You're watching the Savera and I'm Shefali. At least 30 people have lost their life in Haiti and more than 1.5 million people have been evicted in Jamaica as Hurricane Melissa wreaked havoc across parts of the Caribbean, according to the United Nations. The storm, which has brought widespread destruction, has severely damaged infrastructure, crippled essential services and deepened existing humanitarian crises in several countries. UN Deputy Spokesperson Farhan Haq told reporters in New York that in Jamaica, the hurricane caused major damage to infrastructure, blocking more than 130 roads and disrupting power and communication networks across the island. Health services are under immense strain as several hospitals and clinics have been damaged or completely destroyed. To meet urgent medical needs, an emergency medical team from the Pan American Health Organization has been deployed to assist local authorities. The World Food Programme estimates that as many as 360,000 people in Jamaica may now require food assistance as the island struggles with the aftermath of the hurricane. A UN disaster assessment and coordination team is already on the ground, working closely with the Jamaican government to facilitate the arrival and distribution of humanitarian aid. In Haiti, the situation remains dire as assessments continue. At least 30 people have been confirmed dead and thousands more have been displaced or left without access to food and shelter. UN agencies and humanitarian partners are stepping up efforts to reach affected communities, with the Food and Agriculture Organization reporting significant losses to crops such as beans, corn and fruit, as well as damage to fishing infrastructure. These agricultural losses are expected to worsen food insecurity in Haiti, where nearly half of the population is already struggling with hunger. Cuba has also been hit hard by Hurricane Melissa, particularly in its eastern regions. Etanine Lebadia, WFP's country director in Cuba, told reporters that the storm caused extensive flooding, power outages and heavy damage to homes and public buildings. Crops have been destroyed and many families have been left homeless. However, Cuba's proactive approach to disaster management helped mitigate some of the worst impact. The country implemented an anticipatory action framework supported by the pre-approved UN funding allocation, which allowed UN agencies to pre-position essential supplies in vulnerable areas before the hurricane made landfall. Meanwhile, India has extended a helping hand for the affected nations as part of its humanitarian assistance and disaster relief initiative. On Tuesday, that's yesterday, External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar announced that India had dispatched 20 tons of relief materials each to Jamaica and Cuba to aid recovery efforts. The consignment flown out by the Indian Air Force from New Delhi includes Arogya Mantri, BISM medical air cubes, rehabilitation support items, food and daily essential medicines, medical equipment, power generator, shelter materials and hygiene kits. In a post on X, Jaishankar reiterated India's solidarity with its global South partners, expressing hope that the relief materials would support ongoing recovery and rehabilitation operations in the wake of Hurricane Melissa's devastation. With widespread destruction across multiple nations, the UN and international partners are calling for urgent global support to help affected communities rebuild and recover from one of the most destructive storms to hit the Caribbean this year. That's all for now in this update. Stay tuned to the Savera. Download the app and follow us on various social media platforms.